Planet of the Fakes. And Pigstar HH News. Disclaimer. For awareness and educational purposes only. Asterisk explicit language warning. Here's the footage from our photojournalist's assault last night in Minneapolis while she was covering protests. The phone was stolen but recovered in the Hennepin County Plaza Fountain this morning by maintenance workers. The phone was destroyed, but footage was salvaged from it. They don't want everyone to see how intolerant they aren't. Thanks for sharing. You're very brave. Stay safe, Karen Law Moriarty. We get it. You want to kill black babies. SMH man face-palming the Alpha News agenda to support the KKK. John DeBacco. Nobody wants to kill black or white babies or Indian babies. Karen Law Moriarty. They are all Antifa brain-dead morons, with not one brain cell between them. Some bunch of weirdos. The screaming Karens. The strange white guy who looks like he's just there to try and get in Karen's knickers. A jinga minga, a wee fat dwarf, and a nerd that has a t-shirt with what looks like a cop getting a blowjob from one guy while having his arse licked by another. Welcome to America. Karen Law Moriarty. This is the problem. She is an agitator, as there is nothing to report, and in this case, sorry, but she is agitating them with her comments, and had no news but drama. Who pays these news reporters as sad? Tom Cunningham. Is this what women's rights are? Or has men driven women to act like this? Makes me so thankful for my mother. My mom stayed at home with us and cooked healthy, delicious meals and desserts. My mom raised her own children. Brenda Tibbs Wagner. They must not have anything better to do. I hope they don't have children who would want a mother like these people. Betty Wright. Not too sure what you are trying to say. My point is this: the Democrats call this peaceful protesting. Doesn't look peaceful to me. Sarah Jordan. She was filming. She asked them, was there something they wanted to share? If you're protesting or want to get a message across, why not talk to media? They didn't like her filming them, because of what they try. Tom Cunningham. The peaceful protesters achieved one thing successfully. Whoever was undecided about November, made a definite commitment to vote Republican. Sarah Jordan. The problem is that they are protesting about what she was doing. Freedom of speech. If they don't like it, then ignore her. There is never a need for violence unless you physically start touching and pushing. They are lucky. This is how people get hurt. I bet not one of them would have confronted her by themselves. Sarah Jordan. True reporter, showing they are animals. It's ok for them to harass her, cuss her, hit her. Hell no. Show they are animals, put the animals in jail. More examples of the tolerant left peacefully protesting. This is my city and I'm embarrassed for them. I hope all is well with you and you pressed charges on that woman that kept hitting you. I'm so sorry. From MN. Crying face. Whoa. You seriously need a bodyguard if you're going to be down there covering these stories. These people are weak individually, but rabid dogs in a group. They feed off each other's crazy. I hope you can ID them and press charges for assault. Glad the psycho lady took her mask off. Should be easy to find her and have her arrested. Absolutely disgusting that these peaceful protesters treat someone that way. Good way to get your point across by assaulting people that don't believe in the same things they do. They say they want the violence to stop, but it's okay if they do it, and what do they think, that they own the road? She had every right to be there, just like they think they do. Pouting face. Angry face with censoring symbols over mouth. First of all, I want to thank Alpha News. You're one of the only news media that are out there showing/reporting what's really going on. Then I want to thank BLM and the Democratic Party supporting them. With behavior like this, you're guaranteeing Trump will get re-elected. Thank you. Great coverage of the peaceful protesters. This is the new normal given to us by the socialist propaganda forced down our throats by likes of Bernie and the squad. Think carefully as you cast your vote in November. Hopefully you it in person and through the mail. Political parties aside, if it weren't for Alpha during these past months, there would be no footage of what was actually happening. No MSM covers any of it. You can't pick and choose the freedom of speech and freedom of the press when it suits your needs only. These stupid people are absolutely demented. No one can have their own opinion, because their opinion is the only one that matters. I have news for them. They're going down hard. You know what these things are? They're a bunch of losers. They finally found place to fit in that required no skill or brain power to be accepted. Everywhere else in life they probably got laughed at because of how stupid they look and sound, but now they feel empowered because they're in a group. It's ok though, they'll most likely end up run over in the streets, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Now that's justice served. John Porras assaulted a journalist. and beat down a store owner. BC he was trying to protect his property. Time to stand the police down and give Americans permission to enact purge-like justice without fear of consequences. This is exactly why people should obtain a CCW. These idiots are threatening her life. She has every right to be there. Who are they to tell her she can't go somewhere? They don't want police, but they act like they can police people. These people are a joke. They have no idea. Wow. These folks who can't stomach other people coming up with their own opinions is out of hand. Not everyone has to agree with you. Go about your business and do well with it. Get a grip on yourself. You seriously look crazy and in need of mental health assistance. These people have no respect for themselves, and is why they have no respect for others, and they never can answer questions because they don't know the answers. It's sad that they are allowed to continue walking the streets in the name of protest. The more this goes on, I'm convinced riots, COVID-19 pandemic is all a very well orchestrated plan to cause anarchy in our country. The motives of division will be made clear soon by the powers to be. My advice: don't engage in these types of civil disputes. Remember, we are all Americans. United we stand, divided we fall. 2020 is a year of awakening. God bless USA. Flag of United States. These people are unbelievable. Everyday law enforcement officers get killed in the line of duty. You don't see peaceful protests. When the protests start fighting each other, what do? Call 911. Call the police. If the person being detained acts squirrely and doesn't listen to the officer, and they give them plenty of chances, then they have to protect themselves and innocent bystanders. These people are just plain crazy. They think they are championing a cause, but all they are doing is giving a bad face to it. What an example for our young people to see. Using violence, vulgar language and hate. All the things that are supposed to be what many are protesting against. The message is lost when people act like this. Sad. Thank you very much. Go to